So after teasing us for what felt like the entire day yesterday, Gameloft have finally given us the patch notes for the Tales of Agrabah update, which is very exciting. Now, we have actually seen a lot of this stuff from the developer update video that they posted. Of course, that got posted in advance by a news outlet that was probably not meant to be out. It did get taken down. Then Gameloft posted it randomly on a Sunday, not usually following their pattern of when they tease things, so I think maybe something happened behind the scenes there. But all said and done, we've got the patch notes. Let's take a look, see what we can find out, and see if there's anything new that we don't know from the developer update, and see what will be coming on Wednesday. Tomorrow, in fact. Look at that. Okay, so here we go. Patch notes live on the Disney Dreamlight Valley website. Feel free to go and look at them. I'm going to kind of go through them and go through each point one by one and just kind of like give my thoughts on it. We already know some of these, like I said, but it'll be interesting to see if there's something new in there. Fingers crossed there is, but let's take a look. So Tales of Agrabah update patch notes posted at 5 a.m. my time, which is weird because when I saw them on Discord when I woke up this morning, people were posting the link at like 2:30 a.m. So I have no idea what happened with these patch notes. They never post them this late. Who knows? But it says, hey Valley Villagers, we are happy to have given you a first look at the Tales of Agrabah free update in our latest developer update video, which of course we've seen. Today we're sharing an even closer look in these patch notes. Prepare for your upcoming journey for the Aladdin-inspired realm, featuring an iconic duo and their trusty magic carpet, and all of the adventures and perks unlocked aside them. Join us on a magical carpet ride to discover a whole new realm and more. I'm kind of surprised. Well, no, I'm not kind of surprised. I thought that they might do something of Agrabah as the update name. But I was wondering, like, would they lean in fully to, like, a whole new realm, a whole new world, something like that? They didn't, but they are making references to it, which is nice. Let's just go down to new content. A new realm door opens. Travel to the Dream Castle and through the Aladdin realm door to arrive in Agrabah's market inspired by Disney's Aladdin. Yes, we've already seen that. It looks great. I'm very excited. Obviously, I did the Epcot video on it, where they've taken a lot of inspiration from the Morocco Pavilion at Epcot, so I'm very excited to see that. And I'm mostly excited to see if they bring some of those items to Scrooge's, because I know they've been bringing realm items into Scrooge's. We got the Wally billboard and lampposts and stuff, so I hope so because it looks great. I'm really excited. The Aladdin and Jasmine join the the Aladdin and Jasmine, the Aladdin and Jasmine join the valley, bringing with them new friendship quests and majestic friendship rewards. Excited for that. I can't wait to see what the rewards are. Through your realm adventures, unlock a familiar flying carpet as a companion. So this is the one we saw. We know that the flying carpet from the movie is going to be a companion for us, and then it looks as though we'll be able to unlock a glider based on the key art. That's the vibe we're going for. A variety of quests arrive to introduce you to brand new stealthy gameplay mechanics, crafting your own Dreamlight Tapestry glider and a gem stall. So the Dreamlight Tapestry glider is what I was just saying. Brand new stealthy gameplay mechanics. What does that mean? They were just referencing maybe like a sneaky quest. I wouldn't expect them to say gameplay mechanics. Gameplay mechanics almost feels like something new, like something brand new. I mean, it says brand new, but something brand new to the game. Stealthy gameplay mechanics. I don't know what that means. What does that mean? Let me know down in the comments what you think that might mean. I mean, we don't have long to wait. We've got like 24 hours, but are we getting something? Are we getting something brand new? Are we getting some sort of brand new gameplay mechanic? What's a bet that most of the Star Path is going to be needing to do this thing? And of course, we're getting the Dreamlight Tapestry glider, which is the one we see in the key art because it's Dreamlight Valley themed. It's got night thorns on it and some Mickeys, and then the gem store that we saw as well. Interesting again that we had that memory with the gem store with Jafar, but at least we're getting one. I'm down for it. I actually have come to love the themed stalls, so I'm quite excited for this. Kick back and relax in a retreat of your own making with the new Oasis Star Path. Unlock resort-inspired fashions, furniture, and even a few items for your animal companions. So we have seen the few items that they reference. We saw the new Critter House, which is kind of like a spa hotel vibe. And then we saw the bath. I'll be interested to see if the bath is interactable for any companions, because it does say for your animal companions. Now we know that we're getting a capybara with the pineapple, but is it going to be for anyone or is it just going to be for that specific companion? I'm interested to find that out. And I'm also interested that they've just called the Star Path Oasis, because usually they have much more, I don't know, creative names, I guess. Thrills and Frills was one, I believe. No, A Day at Disney was the one with Thrills and Frills. We got Frost and Fairies, we got Majesty and Magnolias, Dapper Delight. So to just have one that's going to be in the menu saying Oasis, I don't know. I feel like it could have been like maybe a little bit more creative, but I don't know. We'll see what the items are like. Fingers crossed they're good. I'm excited. We've also got some event news. So spring into action with a new in-game event and the return of the extravaganza. Search your valley for clovers and eggs. Craft and unlock unique rewards and make Wally's day. I mean, I would love to make Wally's day every day. But this here, clovers, that's what I'm interested about. Does that sound like a St. Patrick's Day event to you? It sounds like it to me. I can't remember what day St. Patrick's Day is. Isn't it March something? Is it the 1st of March? No. Yes? No. That's St. David's Day. I don't remember. It's one of the days. So it's got to be St. Patrick's related, I would say. Four-leaf clover, luck of the Irish, all of that sort of vibe. And then we know we're getting the extravaganza as well. I did take part in that last year, so it'll be interesting to see if we get new rewards. We do often only get like one new reward each year, which is fine. It is what it is. New players kind of like have all that content, so it's definitely a balancing act between new players and older players, but I'm happy with that. I'm excited that they're putting something new together. I wonder if they'll occur concurrently or whether they'll be separated. We'll just have to wait and see. So they also make reference to the weekly Dream Snap challenges in Tales of Agrabah will help you thaw off that winter chill and kickstart spring, which is nice. So it should mean no more winter snaps. Hopefully some spring themed ones, some exciting ones. You know, that's kind of what we all come back for every week at the moment. So fingers crossed again for those. Speaking of spring, keep an eye on new and returning spring-themed merch, interesting, in Scrooge McDuck's store. They often say, like, stock rotation, so I'm interested that they've said spring-themed merch. So it looks like we might be getting, maybe, I think I said in a video at some point, I would love to see, like, flower crowns or some springy items. Maybe we'll be getting some spring-themed clothing as well as furniture. I do hope so, because we could always do with more clothing, especially if they're going to give us some spring-themed Dream Snaps. And then finally, it says, adjusted available Moonstone packs to introduce a new option that includes both Moonstones and a seasonal valley-inspired cosmetic item. This pack will be offered for a limited time, and different seasonal cosmetic items may be offered with future updates. So obviously, I did a video on this recently asking, are we ever going to get another one? Is it going to come back? Clearly, they do have plans for it. I think at this point then, we'll be seeing one of these every other update. Maybe. If it sells well, maybe we'll be getting one each update. But based off the fact we didn't get one with the So Delightful update, but we did with the Jungle Getaway, I'm going to go ahead and say that this is going to be an every other update thing. And I'll be interested to see if it's spring themed. They've made a lot of reference to spring. Obviously, the witchy one came out in October. I feel like we could be seeing a spring themed bundle, which would be nice. We'll have to see which tier they put it on. If it's the £30 one again, that's quite expensive, but I'm going to have to see the items first and see what I think about them. Because it's a big commitment to pay that, you know? So I do want to support the game, but it has to be worth it for me. And I always advocate for only really buying the things that you love and kind of like only buying the things that you really want. Because otherwise you just kind of like feed into that FOMO and you kind of end up losing, you know, if you spend loads of money all the time. Unless it's something you really want, of course. I'm not here to tell you what to do. I'm going to stop talking. All right, so we've also got some improvements, which is very exciting. Cooking, hungry for more with the Tales of Agrabah. We're also improving your cooking experience. Scroll no more. You can now locate any recipe with a new search bar. Thank goodness. I am so grateful for that. It's now also easier to find meal requests, be they restaurant orders or quests with new sorting tabs. This is also an amazing update. I've always kind of like asked for a meal request tab or like a restaurant order tab because, you know, they have the context in the restaurant. They're above the characters. So we had the quest tab. They should have always been in the quest tab, but I'm happy to receive like kind of like a restaurant orders tab. That's fine. I'm down with that. I'm down with that. What's that? You want to cook more meals with less hassle? Yes, chef. Yes, chef. Queue up a variety of meals for a small dreamlike cost with the all-new slow cooker. I also really love this concept, and I love that it's Tiana getting it. The one that we saw from the developer update looks really good anyway, so it's nice to bring in those elements from Eternity Hour because it's over a year old now. If you're not going to buy it at this point and you're an older player, maybe you're not going to buy it at all. I know that people save up for it and stuff like that, and newer players probably will come into it, but because it's been out so long, that's why I see them bringing that functionality to the base game now. And it's nice that it costs Dreamlight instead of Mist, because obviously you wouldn't have Mist. So yeah, I think that's a lovely addition for everybody. I feel like everybody wins, and it looks great, and Tiana gets some more involvement. Perfect. I'm very happy with that. Save your rarer resources. Recipes with generic requirements will select suitable ingredients, prioritize the highest quantity of resources available. Festive fish. you are safe. Well, I'm not going to say you're completely safe. Maybe you've got none of the other fish and only one festive fish, so it'll use that. But if you've got a stack of something now, by the look of it, it's going to kind of like take the highest quantity of something else. So fingers crossed, that's what it means. So I know that it's been like a discussion for a while that the auto cooker, or even just cooking in general, if you're auto filling, it'll bring in stuff from your chests that you might not necessarily mean or want to use. So I'll have to see how that actually works, but that sounds like a great addition. It sounds like they've listened and they've kind of thought, how can we just improve this experience for the players a little bit? And that's what they came up with. So again, another great addition to me. Happy with that. Let's go, Gameloft. Thanks. All right, on to UI. But wait, there's more. You know, whenever I hear, but wait, there's more, it's, I always get, is it Scary Movie? It's one of the Wayans brothers. It's such a ridiculous reference. I can never not hear that. Here are some UI changes that are sure to make life in the valley easier. Inventory items will now display a tag as to where they are from, including the valley and both expansions. I did speak about this, I think, maybe on stream or something when we first looked at this. It's a cute addition. I don't, like, for me, it's not massively necessary, but it's fine. I'm happy for UI updates. You know, I'm sure that it'll be valuable for someone, which is amazing. Items will also indicate if they are a villager's favorite gift of the day, so you can be sure not to miss out on sharing gifting moments with them. That one I love. I'm happy with that one because you might have something in your inventory bag that you didn't know was a gift of the day anyway, that you could just run over to a villager and give. But also, I struggle sometimes with going to the collections tab, checking their gift of the day, trying to remember what it is. I sometimes have to write it down, physically write it down, and then like go and collect it from my chests. So if I can just kind of like note that in advance, go to the chest, and it already shows that that's their gift for the day, that makes life so much easier, especially for the star path. So I'm very happy with that. Another great UI update. All's good so far. All right, moving on to other. Nope, not done yet. Apparently not. More sweet new features. Not one, but 4 floating islands arrive in this update. Peaceful Meadow, Dazzle Beach, Glade of Trust, and Forgotten Lands. Very excited for this personally. I love the floating islands. I've been waiting for the other 4, and it does stick with my theory, honestly, that they put the 4 out in December early, or at least earlier than they were intending. I do think that they probably wanted to drop all 8 at the same time. But I think because the Jungle Getaway update was quite small, we didn't have much new improvements there. They thought, you know what, and Floating Islands, let's get that out in December where it's at. So obviously we didn't get curved fencing and pathing either. We kind of got like half of both of those features. I personally still stand by the fact that they came out early as kind of like a goodwill gesture to us. I mean, they've been pretty good. There was a couple of little hiccups at the start, but I love the addition. I think it's great. It'll be nice to have a Peaceful Meadow. It'll be nice to have a Forgotten Lands. Dazzle Beach and Glade of Trust, that's fine. I can come up with something for those, but those 2 for me are personal favorites, so I'm excited to get those. And yeah, it'll be nice to have just so much extra space to decorate, play around, try new things. Very happy with that. Never miss out on a deal with the option to pin 2 premium shop bundles. They will remain pinned until purchased, or you decide to swap them for something else. Now, obviously, I've spoken about this as well. I did the video over the weekend, last weekend, about whether the premium shop changes would mean losing the recommended tab. They haven't said that in here, so they haven't said that the recommended tab is going to go. Hopefully it does mean that that was just kind of like a developer version of the game that they were showing off. Fingers crossed. I don't know. There was a little bit of discussion in the comments, which I do agree with, is that this actually might be a way, if they do get rid of recommended, to tap into FOMO. Because if you can only pin 2 things instead of having the chance of 4 fresh things each week, it's difficult because are you going to pin like a deal? Are you going to pin one of the new items? What if you need to save like for 2 weeks and then you miss one? It's a little bit more intense if that's what we get. I hope that we do get recommended plus pins, but I think if it's only 2 pinned items and they do get rid of recommended, we'll have to see how that goes, especially when there's a tranche of new content, because you're only going to want to pin the new stuff, really, right? You're not going to pin older content. So I don't know. We'll see how that one goes. But the concept of it, I love. Expand your creativity indoors with new room size customization options. You'll also be able to add additional rooms to secondary houses. I also like this. I didn't realize they would be able to do the additional secondary houses. That is exciting because we've only got 4 rooms at the moment, haven't we? Got the center room and the 3 around the outside. I wonder if that means we're going to be able to kind of like put extra floors in. That is going to open up so much interior decorating, because if we can change room sizes, if we can add floors to different houses, because you don't like have to contend with the item limit in those spaces, that just makes it so much easier. I'm excited. There's so many incredible decorators in the community, so I'm really excited to see what people make use of with this. Fantastic addition, another one. And this, I actually saw this on Discord. You've got less mail. This update introduces the option to remove mailboxes from secondary houses. This is such a tiny addition, but is so welcome because I know that so many people hate seeing the mailbox, especially on the real stylized houses. So for example, the Animal Kingdom Lodge. I don't want to see the mailbox on that if I'm using it as a secondary house, you know? I want it to feel immersive in my Animal Kingdom kind of like build. So having a mailbox on it takes me out of that. But if we can remove them, I don't know how we'll do that. Maybe it'll just be like a little filter or an option to toggle it off. Amazing. That's gonna, it's such a small change that will add like a real boost in immersion and kind of like making a build fit together. That was a load of spiel. I don't know what that was. I think it's a good addition, okay? And finally, wallpapers will now feature the ability to offset the center of their designs, allowing for even more flexibility when interior decorating. Thank you, Gameloft. Nothing has bugged me more with using wallpapers inside than the ones that are not centered to the wall. And there's like no reason for it. I know that it's difficult sometimes when the room sizes change, but I don't think that should always be placed back on the player. I think that that should be kind of like calculated behind the scenes because there was only 3 room sizes, so they could have just offset it depending on the room size. But if I'm wondering if it's going to be like whether we manually control it and we're able to click and drag where we want the center to be, or whether it's going to be like kind of like when you're writing a document and you've got left, center, and right justified. I'll be interested to see how they do that. But yeah, for the ones that have columns on and stuff like that, oh, so much better. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, and finally, top changes and bug fixes. I'm not going to go through every single one of these. You can read them yourselves. I'll just kind of like scroll through and see if anything catches my eye. This one I know is going to be, I think it's going to be one of those things that's kind of become like memey in the community. So fix an issue where squid placed on the ground could not be picked up. I've seen people making shrines to the squid, you know, all of those sorts of things. So I actually found the squid bug quite funny, but at least they fixed it. I don't know how other people are going to feel about it. It's a relief at least to actually have that fixed. So yeah. Fix an issue where players couldn't reach certain parts of the Fallen Fortress. I've seen that one pop up a lot as well, so I'm glad that they've sorted that. Yeah, just a bunch of bug fixes by the look of it. This one is a good one. Fix an issue preventing some players from receiving Dream Snap rewards. People need their rewards. If they've got a good ranking, they deserve their rewards. So, you know, good. Fix an issue where rain would not appear. I wish I had that issue because I'm fed up of rain. I want to be able to turn rain off. It's a chop. I don't want it. Fix an issue where Mickey's Mouse sitting animation did not display correctly. Oh, I don't think I had that one. Yeah, just a bunch of stuff. Fix an issue where the first Frost jacket and Spring Thaw jacket were incorrectly categorized. This is kind of like minor stuff that I don't notice, but I'm sure that other people will. Fix an issue where cutscenes and tutorial videos didn't load correctly on Steam or Steam Deck. So when I first started playing, I thought that there was an issue with mine because when you're doing a quest and it kind of like goes to the black screen and it comes back, I thought I was missing cutscenes, and then I realized at some point there just are no cutscenes for most of the quests. So it is what it is. Wow, there's so many. There's so many of these. Wow, look at all of these. Fix an issue where the archive glade furniture item has a flame but no candle. Okay, so there's a lot of bug fixes going on as well, and a lot of quest fixes. That's good. That's good. We love to see bug fixes, we love to see quest fixes, and we love to see quality of life. All of those are in this update. Amazing. I'm happy with that. All right, gang, that is it for this one. Look at that head. Look at this dog's head. So stupid. She's upside down. Hope you enjoyed it. I mean, you've probably already seen the patch notes by now, but those are my opinions on them. I'm kind of happy with where everything's at. It seems very exciting. I'm very excited for the update. Fingers crossed I get it on time. Mac life. But yeah, I'm excited to see what else comes tomorrow, how we can play around with those ideas, those elements. Some of those quality of life upgrades are very exciting, and I cannot wait to get my hands on some new floating islands. Let me know down in the comments what you think. What are you most excited for? Was there anything in there that caught you off guard in a good way? Maybe you're excited to see something that was not in the developer update, or maybe you wanted to see something was not in the patch notes. Either way, let me know down below. I'm always eager to hear what you think, as always. But with that being said, I'm going to leave it there for today. I'll catch you tomorrow. I'll be live. Update day. Let's go. And I'll see you in the valley. I'll catch you in the next one and all of that good stuff. Yeah. Sign off. Intro. Exit. Bye.